Let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that these are bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the
like
beginning.
when Millie's talking about, you were going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him.
Wow.
We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Look at that.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time,
she'd send
Private
it.
email.
No, she'd send it to Anthony Weiner,
Yeah.
the pervert.
Please print.
By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what. These are the
You
papers.
did.
This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to
Declassify.
figure out
it. See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, but this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. Look, here I have.
By the way, I want to take this moment to take note of this detail. This is why the establishment doesn't like Trump, right? Some people got it twisted. They think the establishment doesn't like Trump because Trump exposes them, he's draining the swamp or whatever. No, man. Trump is on the same corruption level that the establishment is on, right? Serving the elites, the top 1%, right? He's on that same page. But he's the guy that knows he's being recorded and says the stuff he says in his recording, shows these documents to a bunch of random people, and then ends up getting himself in trouble, now being indicted for this kind of stuff, right? So think about if you are establishment person in this room, right? Or you're involved with Donald Trump. He's bringing you down, man. It's not that he's a good guy, he's a threat because he's coming after you. No, he's so sloppy. He's so brain dead, right? Because he's a performer, people think he's so much sharper than Biden. But, as funky as Biden is, I don't see Biden being as sloppy as this. Could you see Biden showing a top secret document to a room of various and saying that stuff? I could declassify. That's on some Trump level buffoonery. That's why the establishment don't like him. If Trump wasn't mentally incapacitated and so insane, they would love him, right? But being sloppy is not a good look for the establishment. I made this example before. The guy in what was that? Heat. There's a guy in Heat who was sloppy. He was putting the whole team at risk. He was unhinged. That's Trump, right? The bank robbers don't have an issue with him because he's the honest one and he's going to rat them out. No, they have an issue with him because he's going to get them killed or put in prison because of his sloppiness. That's Trump.
And you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
Well, there's a couple things going on there. First of all, I say this many times, a lot of times I see from the right, in terms of right-wing media, they like to talk about 1984. But them talking about 1984 is 1984, right? The projection. They're the ones who are really doing the 1984 stuff, which means naturally, in doing 1984 stuff, then you should talk about your political opponents doing 1984 stuff, right? Because that's the 1984 stuff, saying that what the stuff that you're doing, you say it's the other side that's doing it. So they make comments about Hillary Clinton, like, what? And they're like, Hillary Clinton would have printed this out. Now let's remember what Hillary was doing. She was using a personal server for her government emails. So the big issue there is really irresponsible, really reckless, and opening up these confidential documents to potentially being intercepted, right? Potentially being, right? It's possible that no one saw any of these emails who shouldn't have seen them, right? So the issue is not her showing anybody anything or anybody seeing anything. It's just doing something really, really reckless. So to be clear, something very serious, right? Because if someone does intercept these things, that's bad. So if we got lucky and no one saw him, I mean, that's a trivial detail. What she did was really, really reckless. But here's Donald Trump actually showing someone who's unauthorized top secret documents. Here is Donald Trump, and this is something, there's two main points that the lamestream media didn't even talk about. They're so excited to, oh, we got Trump. That's some glaringly obvious stuff that right away I'm like, wait a minute. And I didn't hear them say anything. He just so happened to have a top secret document sitting on his desk. CNN didn't say nothing about that. CNN had nothing to say about that. Think about that. Why was there a top secret document? Like CNN's so simplistically, thought process of just, he's showing top secret documents. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. But did you notice that it was just there? It's not like he was like, hey, let me go show you something. And he went into some secure area or something and pulled it out. It was just on his desk. Like, why was a top secret document just sitting on his desk for him to just randomly be talking about, oh, you know what, let me show you something. And it's there. Now, he does say in there, give me that. So I don't know if he's on a really big desk and there's like a folder on the other side of the desk. So wherever it wasn't really, really close to him. So really, really unsecure. It's not even that close. Like, top secret document should be locked up. At a minimum, should be right in front of him. Like, he's guarding this thing. He doesn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. But it apparently was not only just laying loose somewhere, but it wasn't even within his grasp, right? He had to get somebody to give it to him, right? So that's one big point that I think. That's a pretty big deal. Because that's showing so many different levels, right? Because in a situation where maybe you only showed it to one person, I mean, whoever it was, I'm pretty sure didn't have clearance, but let's say that one person had clearance, right? Because of the other details that CNN didn't talk about, it still is pretty bad. So there's a top secret document. Let's imagine only one person in the room, and that one person has top secret clearance. Then it's kind of like, okay, well, they had the clearance to see this document. But if you consider those other details that I mentioned, even in that situation, it's still bad. Even in a situation where a person with top secret clearance is in the room, he only shows to that one person, it's still really bad because the fact that it was there, just sitting on his desk, right? That opens it up to being seen by many other people. And you want to talk about Hillary Clinton's servers? I mean, you got to at least be a hacker to be able to hack her emails, right? Not saying it's that difficult, but you still got to have that skill set. What's the skill set of, me being a janitor or something, and I go in Trump's office and I see right there on the desk like some top secret document just laying there. What's the skill set of someone who is like spying on Trump, maybe like a Chinese spy or something, and all you really did is you came over here and you play Ultra MAGA, you wearing the MAGA hat or whatever, somehow become friends with somebody close to Trump and keep like, Trump is great, Trump is, awesome, MAGA, 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 right? And then you keep getting invited to more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. The next thing you know, you pander enough and you end up getting access to this office wherever Trump was, and it's right there, right? Now hacking, that's a whole nother story, right? And just the very fact that they would bring that up, that Trump would bring up what Hillary did, like, talk about the disconnect from reality and the projection. So here you are showing a top secret document to people. You're just keeping it on your desk, right? No sort of respect for, protecting our soldiers and, protecting this information that, basically putting the country at risk. Like, no, don't even care. It's like, have it on his desk. And then he's showing it to people who don't have authorization to show it. He admits in the recording he knows this. Like, it's top secret. I shouldn't be showing it. It's classified, right? He said I could have declassified it, but I didn't. I can't do it anymore. So he knows how serious this stuff is. As the president of the United States, he would have gotten tons of training about the risks of this stuff getting out. So he knows, without a doubt, I didn't have top secret clearance. And I got training on how to handle classified information. And we were trained very specifically on the risks of what happens if that information goes out. So absolutely the president knows. So he, knowing that this stuff could put our troops in danger, could put our country in danger, he still decided to have this stuff just loose on his desk. And then decided to go further, show it to somebody who's not authorized to see it. And then in that moment of treachery, ultimate treachery to America, and yet half this country would still vote for him, a traitor. In that moment of his treachery, he dares to mention Hillary Clinton. It's like, as I am in the process of raping a woman, I bring up some other person that is known for simply grabbing women, not even in their pussy, grabbing them on their asses, like just inappropriate touching. People just walking by, a woman walks by, and this pervert like grab them on the butt, grab them on the boobs, right? And here I am actually raping a woman, and I'm like, man, if I was Johnson, I would be grabbing her boobs right now. Like, bro, what? What? You're showing somebody a top secret document, not in one person, the whole room of people you have it laying on your desk, and you're talking about, hey, Clinton would have printed this out. What? Notice, by the way, he has to manufacture a new reality, because the reality, just like, it's ridiculous. You can't point out that all she did is have the emails on the server, right? Wow, you're showing a top secret document. So you manufacture, she would have printed it out. Who says she printed anything out? And he's not saying she did. He's just saying, hypothetically, she would have. Why would he do that? Why would he interject that into the story? Wow. So those are 2 points I wanted to bring up. The fact that the documents were just laying on his desk, and also the fact that he's bringing up Hillary Clinton. Beyond that, I mean, it's all legit, right? All the stuff they said, there it is. He's saying it. Now, let's talk about right-wing media. Ben Shapiro will not be playing this audio recording. Stephen Crowder will not be playing this audio recording. Tim Pool, maybe. I'm leaning towards maybe not. Ben Shapiro is not a conservative, right? And when I say he's not a conservative, I don't mean literally he's not a conservative. I mean, he's not simply a conservative that is just sharing his opinions. This guy's a propagandist. Tell me what part of conservatism involves covering up for government corruption. Here we have a tape that is showing a former president exposing top secret documents to a room of people who shouldn't be seeing it. Putting our troops in danger, putting our country in danger, right? Just having that information floating around, that is a dangerous country. Very traitorous behavior. What part of conservatism involves, let's protect this guy, right? Let's keep our audience in a bubble, right? The worst stuff about Trump, we just won't talk about it. That's not conservatism, right? That's not Ben Shapiro who has an opinion. He's a conservative, he doesn't hide it, he's honest about being a conservative. There's nothing conservative about lying through omission. That is just being dishonest, that is being a propagandist, that is being trash at your job. Facts. Don't care about your feelings. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. How many people who like Trump are going to close their eyes and ears? I don't want to hear it. It doesn't matter. It's a fake recording. It's not a real recording. I don't know. What about Hunter Biden? What about Biden? Biden and Clinton and Clinton and Clinton. But Biden. I don't want to hear the recording. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. And who the hell recorded this with tape? I posted on CNN video. I said they use Maxell or they use TDK. What kind of tape they use in 2023? What kind of tape did they use to record this meeting? Or maybe they use VHS? Maybe? Or the high eight? They use high 8mm? Is that what they use? What they use, man? Beta SP? What kind of tape they use to record Donald Trump? You see, that's how you know it's a false flag. They say it's a tape. Nobody uses tape anymore. It's fake. God damn, the clown show continues. United States of Clown Show. That's what we've become. Embarrassing. I'm out.